Hi. Now, today I'm going to do a little bit more Grandma Reads for Grown-ups, and I'm going to be looking at a poem from when we were very young and a poem from now we are 60. The poem from when we are very young, which you may know very well, is At the Zoo. There are lions and roaring tigers and enormous camels and things. There are buffalo bisons and a great big bear with wings. There's a sort of tiny hippopotamus and a tiny rhinoceros too. But I gave buns to the elephant when I went down to the zoo. There are badgers and bidgers and bodgers and a superintendent's house. There are masses of goats and a polar and a different kind of mouse. I think there's a sort of something which is called a wallaroo, but I gave buns to the elephant when I went down to the zoo. If you try to talk to the bison, he never quite understands. You can't shake hands with a mingo, he doesn't like shaking hands. And the lions and roaring tigers hate saying how do you do, but I gave buns to the elephant when I went down to the zoo. And now I'm going to read for you In the Loo. There are piddles and puddles and oodles of fag ends and tissues and stuff. There are strips of soggy old cardboard and a pong that is seriously rough. There are doors without any handles and holders without paper too, but I just stare at the ceiling when I go into the loo. There are dryers with swivelling nozzles and toilets with dirty brown rings. There are rusty machines full of pictures of knobbly bobbly things, and holes where there used to be packets, and a broken window or two. But I just stare at the ceiling when I go into the zoo, the loo. There are cubicles riddled with scribbles and strange anatomical shapes, and pedestals gushing like rivers over objects like large yellow grapes, and a room for a superintendent who never says, "How do you do?" But I just stare at the ceiling when I go into the loo. I hope you enjoyed today's silly reading. Grandma Reads for Grown-ups. See ya.